few weeks ago, there was a terrorist attack in London. A bomb was placed on a tube train. Thankfully, it didn't go off properly, but 30 people were injured. No one was killed. And I was listening to the news in the car on the day it happened. And on the radio, they had an expert who was the most careful PC guy I've ever heard. He was asked, who do you think is behind this latest attack? And he said, well, it could be dissident Irish Republicans, and it could be, but this wouldn't be the style of the IRA. And he said, or it could be a far-right group, and no, generally neo-Nazis spend their time kicking the shit out of 12-year-old Hindu lads, because anyone who's a bit brown, well, they're all the fucking same, aren't they? They're all fucking terrorists, because they're dickheads. And then this expert said, or it could be some religious type of terrorist attack. I thought, religious? Was it the fucking Methodists kicking off again? Or the Jehovah's Witnesses? Or the Greek Orthodox Church? It's a fairly safe bet it's going to be some mental jihadi, and ISIS will claim responsibility for it, which they duly did, because it was a mental jihadi. Incidentally, ISIS will claim responsibility for someone slipping over in the street on a dog turd if it suits their agenda. But what's made this one different is that basically the cunt that they've charged with making the bomb came to this country as a refugee. And for years, the far right have been banging on, you can't let refugees in, they could be terrorists, whereas people on the far left want to let everyone in regardless because they feel guilty about whatever it is the West has done in the past. Most sensible people are somewhere in the middle. But now, this one cunt has legitimised the far right. Because, yeah, we had someone let into the country as a refugee, and it turned out he's a fucking terrorist. He wasn't a terrorist when he came here, but that's what he's become. They've legitimised the fucking neo-Nazis, making division and hatred more of an issue. And I think most Muslims, they're just trying to get on with their lives, and cunts like this make it harder. Anyway, why am I talking about it now? Well, I live in Stoke-on-Trent, and we've just had our own convicted terrorist. Yay! Go Stoke! We're not being left behind, because an imam from a local mosque has been convicted and sentenced to 6.5 years for supporting ISIS and encouraging martyrdom in children. In his own words, martyrdom is more important than school. And I guess that's right, because if you send people to school to get educated, they might not want to fucking blow themselves up. Incidentally, if you are a mad death to the West type jihadi, have you considered living in a different fucking country? Because I'm sure if you sell your house in England, you'll get something absolutely lovely in fucking Afghanistan.